Oh, welcome back, battlers. It's the Down the Middle podcast, Joel and H. H Moore. It's been a while.
It has been a while, mate. With sort of family life catching up to me and then marathon life catching up to you.
Yeah.
Um, we've been a bit slack, but hopefully from now on that we can sort of get back to our weekly
I was
weekly
gonna
gets.
I was just gonna blame it on technical difficulties.
No, we've got to be transparent. Can't do that all
Um,
the time.
Mate, the marathon. Yeah, I'm running a marathon this weekend, battlers. Most of you will know, but holy moly. Yeah, a lot of training nights. I've been putting in the effort to get the runs done, and the best time to do it is at night. Um, so anyway, that takes up most of my week. And the family life for you, mate. Have you? I don't think you've made the announcement on
I don't
the
think I'm
on.
meeting yet. Oh, but if people follow us, yeah, I'm
on
expecting a baby, or my
hey,
missus is expecting a baby.
well, you're
Um,
expecting to get one as well.
yeah, expecting to get one as well. So yeah, August. So. So yeah, the baby will be 2 months and we'll see a Cronulla Sharks premiership. That's good.
Let's get to the footy later, but holy dooly, I don't know about a Cronulla Sharks premiership at 2 months old.
No,
Maybe yeah, at a couple of years old.
yeah, maybe
Uh,
not.
Maybe not. Yeah, well, that's exactly right. I don't know when my kids will see a St George Illawarra premiership.
I
They
think my
might
kid will probably see one first.
they might never see one. Um, Maybe there's obviously a few rounds of footy to catch up on. I'd love to talk to you about Supercoach later because my Supercoach team, I'm going good, but geez, I've had some duds.
Oh,
Um, but there's a bigger event at play this weekend. It's one of the great times of the year, and I'm actually quite excited that it is this weekend because it falls into the school holiday period, which means I can
mm,
I can put some time in to some Monday morning viewing of the
yeah.
Masters. Um, I, do you, I like the Masters just about as one of my number one majors.
Mm, it's my second favorite tournament.
Second favorite?
So it's my second favorite every 2 years. So yeah, every skip, yeah, because Ryder Cup's number one. I like a Ryder Cup,
Oh,
and
okay. Just as
then
as an event, you mean?
yeah,
Yeah,
as an
yeah.
event,
The
yeah,
Ryder
and
Cup's good.
and
Yeah.
then Masters.
Um, Although we've spoken about this before, I hate the coverage. I just can't stand you
The
watch the
Masters.
yeah, you watch the leaderboard most of the time. They've got the shitty music and
I do
the,
hate the music.
the
I
one
do hate the music.
scene like of the bridge that goes over the water and the green in the background. I've seen that too many times. I like the tournament itself, but the coverage is just
It's always just, and because they do their own coverage, they don't outsource it.
just
Um, so it's just like that old model of
yeah,
this is the way it's going to happen.
yeah. Um,
So
and you know what? Old. They pride themselves on the idea of heritage and
yeah,
tradition, and even the prices of the food and drink there. Which sure, I think that's fantastic. I saw a post this week, and they said you pay for what you get. Like
yeah,
don't get too excited over your $2.50 sandwich because it actually tastes rubbish. Um,
yeah, right.
yeah, which I was interested to see that because in the
I
last
thought
couple of
it'd
years.
be pristine.
Yeah, but it's obviously coded in heritage, coded in tradition.
Hmm.
But yeah. Anyway, I like it. I like it. So kick off, tee off will be if this comes
I
out
think
on
it's
a
11:30.
yeah.
11:30. I think Fox said the coverage.
First tee, I'm looking at 9:40 p.m.
Oh,
our
no,
time,
1:40.
our time. But yeah, see, you don't always get coverage for the whole event. Or no, they should
No,
do it. They should do pre. For the Masters, they should do.
Fox should because they do have a channel. So I don't know.
Well, I
KO
remember I
Fox.
remember last year on
Get it
KO
wrong.
they had four or five different streams, different channels that
Because
you could watch.
they do the range. So instead of you don't want to, and then they do like featured groups.
I think you
That's
could get.
early on. Early on is feature groups. I hate that because then all you're doing is watching the same four people. I'm like,
Yeah, I don't
and
often go to the feature groups.
yeah,
I'd rather just go the normal coverage. But I think sometimes you get like holes 12, 13, 14, or something in a loop and you get,
yeah. See, I
15, 16, or I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. Um, but yeah, so it looks like tee off will be Thursday nights, about 9:30, 10 o'clock. So this will come out on Thursday. So we're looking at it on a Wednesday. Um, what's your okay? Where do you want to go with this? H, you're in charge of this one. Where do you want to go?
um. Well, should we? I probably should have done this before. Um, discuss Scotty Scheffler's meals. Probably should have
Yeah,
done that.
yeah,
I'm
actually.
trying to just because it's always that was well this morning for our time. And because I did see Adam Scott saying it's his best night, like the best dinner, and I've got it.
Oh, did
If you
he?
haven't
Oh,
got it
yeah.
already,
It actually it looks pretty good. I just got it. Just found it again on Scotty's Instagram or the Masters Instagram
yeah,
page.
yeah,
So for those unaware or those
mm,
following along, the Masters tradition is that before the tournament starts, all previous Masters winners in their green jackets, they come back for a Masters dinner, and the champion from the year before, they get to pick the dinner.
the
So
host, that'd be
the,
the host.
the host, right? Um, and also we can talk about the dinner because you brought something up today, H,
Mm,
about all previous Masters winners being invited, but maybe not all of them turning up.
mm.
Anyway, let's look at the dinner. Run us through. It's pretty good. It's
So
pretty good.
he's got three appetizers. One of them is a cheeseburger sliders served Scotty style. So
Everything
I would
was.
say it's
There's a lot of. Was there another thing served, Scott? No, it was just them.
He's Texas, isn't he? I'm
Yeah,
pretty
I think
sure he's a
so.
Longhorn, isn't he?
Yeah. So
Um,
everything I feel like is going to be char grilled and smoky and
yeah, sort of that.
maybe spicy sort of chili. Is that the dog doing a fart?
Is the dog scratching on the door? Um, so, and then his second one, firecracker shrimp. See, that sounds nice with a sweet Thai chili and sriracha mayo. I
Yeah, I
think that
like the
I
sound
do
of that.
like
Little
especially in
prawn.
I think with it would be battered, I would say maybe, or maybe a dipping
Firecracker.
sauce. I don't know.
I don't know. But the little sriracha mayo sounds nice with prawn little in the mayo. That
That's what I'm
sounds right.
thinking. Maybe it's the prawn, not
I don't
battered.
know. Yeah, anyway.
So, and then we got Papa Chef's meatballs and ravioli bites. So it's that might be a home recipe or
Yeah, that
passed
sounds
passed
sound,
down.
sounds like Scotty's dad. They sound good. They meatball and ravioli bites. I reckon that's good. I like that.
Pepperoni cheese.
Yeah, what's pecorino cheese?
Pepperoni cheese, tomato basil sauce. So it's probably just your
Just a little part.
Dominoes,
Yeah,
your
it's
Dominoes.
just a
Just
jar. Just poured the
yeah,
jar in.
okay.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Absolutely. I reckon that's Scotty. That's Scotty, surely. First course, that must
That's
be first course is entree, surely.
yeah. So they're the yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
feel
So
like
so they
those
probably
little things,
obviously
just
so they
little
probably walk around. Everyone talks.
little finger food. What's it? Why they were appetizers? Just write finger food, mate.
Oh, that's probably not going to look good on the menu, is it?
They're a
Finger
bit
food.
fancy. First course.
And mate, Texas style chili. See, that doesn't. That doesn't sound appetizing to me.
So
If
I
you know, I
think
know
I think
it's
that's pretty much nachos. I
with
think corn chips, jalapenos, and
yeah.
cheddar cheese. It's nachos. That's what he's
I,
gone with. It's nachos.
I,
I think a chili is just like mince, like
mince and
a
beans.
yeah, yeah. So nachos for entree. I don't hate it. I'm happy with it.
I'd I'd taste it. I'd happily go have one, but
Nah,
I don't
that's all
know.
right. And then main course.
Mate,
Main course looks good.
so obviously, I don't know if you get to pick. Well, they say a choice
Choice
of,
of
so I
yeah,
would say that everyone would sort of.
put in
probably
their
go
order.
the mate. Yeah, put an order in. So the first one is a wood-fired cowboy ribeye. That sounds delicious,
That's
and a
me.
blackened redfish. Even that sounds pretty nice.
I'm not
I
going
don't
to
mind
black and
fish.
redfish. No,
Oh, of course, give me the ribeye every day of the
ribeye,
week. That ends in
100,
Y. Um,
100%.
and you get a family style macaroni and cheese, a jalapeno creamed corn, soy glazed Brussels sprout. Fucking throw that shit in the bin.
No, that's good.
And
That's good.
sprouts?
Yeah,
No,
with a bit of glaze. Yeah, come on,
mm,
mate. Just
no.
I'll
And
start
then
calling you
chipotle
Shane.
limed. Okay. And then chipotle limed roasted sweet potatoes. That sounds nice.
That's pretty good on the sides, I reckon. That's
Bit
nice.
of Dip the potatoes in the macaroni and cheese and a little bit of cut ribeye. I reckon.
You've thought
And
this
that'd be,
out.
oh, I just thought of it on the spot actually.
I like dessert to finish.
And then, yes, as a dessert, you can't go wrong with a warm chocolate chip skillet cookie, um, with vanilla
Feel-
bean ice cream.
I feel like
E-
a skillet cookie is a big, like a big monster, like being
Well,
cooked in the skillet.
yeah, well, the last one I had was sweet treats. That's the last time I've had a skillet cookie.
A skillet, big fella.
It's the big, yeah. Remember when they did she did the nights? She did them nights.
Oh
We
yeah,
all went and then had the skillet.
yeah. Okay.
That's
See,
good.
I'm happy with that. I think you'd be pretty full after that. That's a big effort to get through, to be
Yeah.
honest.
And like this, so there's some questions I wanted like. Obviously, I know everyone has their spots. Like you're not designated spots. Everyone has their spots that they always sit in. So, like how long is the dinner go for? These are some of these questions that you just
The
you
hard
you
hitting questions.
you won't know because you don't ask. It's hard because you don't get a chance to. But like, you know what I mean? Like, is there stuff off topic? Like, is there topics that can't be spoken about? How long does dinner go for? Like, I don't know. You know what I
You'll
mean?
have
Like
to,
these,
you'll have to send your questions into the masters and get some. I feel like
well,
it's a
or
3 hour ordeal, surely.
yeah, or we try and
Seven
get
till ten.
someone that's been on the dinner and ask questions. That's probably more of a long shot, but
Hit
yeah,
up
I,
Adam
I think
Scott.
yeah, 3 to 4 hours. I would we agree.
Bit of mingle, bit of finger food, couple of little
Yeah,
sliders. Sit down. Hopefully, you're sitting next to. Look, I'd like to sit next to Adam. I think that'd be
I
nice
was
to
gonna
sit next
say
to
if you
Adam.
could get who do you want on each side?
Um, let me look up. Okay, have you got? Do you know?
I I do, I know. Yeah, I can go the generic answer and go have Adam Scott on one side and Phil Mickelson on the other. But
I don't want to sit next to Phil.
you don't want to sit next to Phil. See, I think
Not
Phil would be
really.
good.
I feel like Phil's a bit of.
I'd have Adam, obviously. Got to have the Aussie.
I'm gonna go only recent guys.
Um,
I don't want to
would
sit
you go
next to.
John?
I'm not sitting next to Hideki because I don't
You
even know
can't
if Hideki.
understand him.
I don't think Hideki speaks much English. I
Would you
don't
go
want.
Ram?
Nah. You know who I actually reckon I would enjoy sitting next to is Bubba Watson.
I was gonna say Bubba. I was gonna like, but I don't know.
I reckon I would enjoy sitting next to Bubba Watson
Hmm.
because he is a character.
You wouldn't want to sit next to Tiger Woods. I'm surprised you didn't say Tiger Woods actually.
Or maybe across from Tiger. Not next. I think
Yeah, so you
Tiger.
can look into his eyes.
I think Tiger takes up too much space. Tiger's a bit too much of a big deal for me. Like, sure,
Yeah.
I'd like to meet Tiger. I'd like to chat to him. Maybe, you
Hmm.
know, maybe chat to him as the sliders are coming around.
Hmm.
Share. Maybe we both go for the last piece of shrimp, and I say, mate, you have it. Sitting next to
Yeah,
him.
you're kidding.
Oh no, hold the phone. Got a bit of a dropout here situation. I'm just gonna pause. Look, there might be a little glitch there. That's okay. Someone dropped out, me or H, I don't know. We're not going to
Mm.
point the finger. We're not going to name names. Um, yeah, I just think being next to him, I think he might be a bit tough to. Think he might be a bit tough to deal with.
And I feel like everyone would want to talk to him, so everyone's like talking around you kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, actually, you know what? You know who's a good shout? Jordan Spieth. I reckon he would be a good one to sit next to.
yeah, maybe, yeah. And you know what? Probably these days as well because he's probably been brought down a peg or two in the
Oh,
last couple of
massively.
years. Like when did he win? 2015. Since then, he's not done a whole lot. He's done a bit, but yeah, no. But I'm still gonna pick. I'm gonna pick. I think Bubba on my left and Adam on my right if I could.
Mm,
He would just fascinate me. He would just have some stories and the way he talks and
yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know if you did. Did you watch the Live Jules?
no,
It's on YouTube. So yeah, watch that. It's on Grant Horvat's channel.
yeah,
It's pretty good. Tell you what, watching like Bubba hit, mate, he's aiming like 100 yards right.
yeah. See, and I love that. I
Like
love
it.
that.
I looked. I went, holy shit! Where's the horse? Is he trying to cut the corner? But no. Boom, brings it back around. I'm just
And
like,
I reckon he would tell a story the same way that he plays golf like that. Like
yeah.
you would get some funky stories where you just think it's going one way and he just would throw a
Mm,
curveball and so that's yeah, that's my pick there. That's what I'm going to stick with that. I'm not going to change that at all. I'm going to stick.
no, I like that.
So who did
But
you decide on then?
I went Phil and Adam Scott.
I feel okay. Well, you can sit on the other side of Adam. It'd go Bubba, me, Adam, you, Phil. Tiger
Yeah,
across
yeah,
from us somewhere.
yeah.
Probably
Yeah, I'll take Scott on my running side.
Tiger
I
and
mean left hand
Geordie.
side, sorry.
Tiger
Mm.
and Geordie over. I'd like VJ to be around the table as well. I like VJ Singh.
Did he win?
Um, yeah, he won back ages ago from the list I'm looking at. What about Zach Johnson? Do you want Zach Johnson to be near
Fuck
us?
that.
VJ Singh in 2000. Um, Bernard Langer. I was going to talk about Bernard Langer. Fred Couples, I reckon, wouldn't
He
be too
does
bad.
does he go to the dinner still?
Langer?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm assuming
Because I
so.
thought they cut people?
I
Or
don't
do they?
know. Well, I guess there's a fair few winners here. I suppose some of them aren't still alive. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was an all-in type situation. I'm not sure.
I'm just looking at the photo now.
Surely Bernie gets an invite. He's one
Oh
of the
yeah, he
greats.
does. He does. Yep, yep, yep. He does. He's near the end. He's in front of Zach Johnson. If you're looking
I
at the
don't want to.
photo.
I don't want to sit near Zach. And you know what? I
Nah.
don't even know if I want to sit near DJ. I think DJ would.
Yeah.
DJ seems like the kind of bloke that just wouldn't want to be there.
Paddy Reed. You don't want to sit next to Paddy Reed?
Paddy Ray, get him as far away from me as possible. Other end of the, I want him actually give him his own chairs and tables outside.
You know who'd be Sergio Garcia. He'd be a good one to sit next to as well, I reckon.
He,
He'd have some stories.
Danny Willett, 2016 winner. I reckon Danny Willett, the Englishman.
No, fluky. He shouldn't. So that's the kind of bloke that shouldn't get an invite into the
That's
dinner.
that's the bloke you want there. He's had one go. He's just played good once, and he's
Mm.
there. Yeah, I reckon.
I think this year is his last year, isn't it? Or is he get next year?
Yeah, that's a
And
that's
what
a
what year did you say? 16. Or is it unlimited entries to the Masters?
16. Mate, you're asking some great questions. I don't know if I could find that information here.
Um,
Um,
yeah.
let's, Masters champions are automatically invited to play in the other three majors for the next 5 years. Lifetime
Yeah.
invitation to the Masters.
To the Masters. Okay.
Receive membership on the PGA Tour for the following 5 seasons and invitations to the Players Champs for 5 years. Champion receives green jackets. Champion takes the jacket home for a year and returns it thereafter. Multiple time champion will only have one jacket unless his size changes dramatically. Jack Nicklaus holds the record for the most Masters victories. He's
I
also
mean,
the
is that
oldest winner.
6?
6, yeah.
Yeah.
Woods was the youngest winner at 21 years old in 97. Set the record for the widest winning margin of 12 strokes. And DJ has the
Mm.
lowest score of 20 under par. Do you remember that 20 under par in 2020?
Was that when
That
they
was,
did 2 in 1 year?
yeah, that I feel like 2020
Because
is a
they did,
COVID year.
because that's when he won it at the different time of the year, and the course was playing so much easier.
It was a completely different course because it was soft and he was just
Yeah,
he was yeah stiffing
yeah.
it. Where
Mm,
into spots where you go, mate, no one ever hits it there.
mm.
Yeah, yeah. Right. That's the history. That's the history, the tradition. Let's look at the players, mate.
Yeah.
Decent
Kick us
decent
off.
sized field. So we wanna decide on a couple of what top 20, top 10, top 5 winners sort of
Yeah, you got winner. We'll go winner, top
questions.
5, top 10, top 20, miscut.
Right. Well, let's start at the missed cut.
Um, do you have do
Yeah,
you have someone?
I do.
I got someone.
We might have the same bloke. Jordan Spieth.
Oh no, I got his
Okay.
best mate.
JT. Bye. Probably both of them. I'd have the same bloke as you
When you
because
said the same bloke, I went, "Oh, he's gone JT." No
it's
way.
it's it's either or. I think they both
Yeah.
miss. I think they both miss.
Um, yeah, I know well Thomas is the so Justin Thomas's caddy did his back 2 days ago.
Mm.
So Max's Homer's old caddy that lost his job last week pretty
He's
much
on the
picked up
bag.
a gig straight away. He's on the bag for the Masters.
Okay. Okay.
So I don't know how that would force me into a little bit. And then because I wanted to go a big name. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I can just go, yeah, no, throw some nobody out and
The other look, if I'm really thinking about it, the other one, if I'm thinking a Masters champion, and that's sort of why I went speed, I reckon Matsuyama might miss the cut too. I just have a feeling about him
that's
as a
all.
past.
He's always around in one of the rounds though. That's the thing.
I know, but that's what I'm saying, Hayden.
But no,
Maybe that's
no, I
why.
understand.
You're not picking up like
It's-
I'm a suspense builder kind of guy. I go the rogue
mm.
one for a reason, mate.
Yeah, I like it. 100%. 100%. Good. I like it. I like it. Um, top 20, mate. What are you
Okay.
thinking?
So just like a one-off top 20 type thing.
Just a top 20, yeah, top 20 finish.
All right. So I'm looking at someone that we or I have spoken about before. I got a couple that I could go, but I'm gonna go just with this one to start with. Um how do I pronounce his first name? Sahith Thigala.
Mm.
Okay, I'm gonna go Sahith Thigala.
I thought you were going to take someone's name when you said, how do you pronounce it? I'm like, no way.
Oh,
But that's not.
okay. Anyway, I think I've spoken about him a few times in the majors before, and I think even the last major that we spoke about, I actually was like, yeah,
He's
he's going
pretty
to get
good
a
as
top one.
well. He's definitely,
He needs to. Well, no, he doesn't need to fire up. I think this is his time where he
he
might
needs to
find that
start to
top 20
prove. He needs to
proof.
start to, yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
he's in the final group too, so maybe I don't know
is
whether
he?
that'll be helpful. I think so.
Well,
I don't know if that'll be helpful or not, but
s-
he's in
going
the
on to that
final
theme,
group.
mate, my top 20, he's in that same exact group, Sepp
Oh,
Straka.
Sepp Straka. Okay. Sepp
Got him for a
Straka's
top
been
20.
going quite well. He's had a little resurgence the last 6 months.
I think he won. I'm not
Yeah.
quite sure I know he did win. He won in the last 6 months. I know that.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, there you go.
Okay.
So funny.
I like it.
What are the odds of two of our top 20 being? best buds, same group,
Well, I reckon we're probably getting closer and closer to picking the same blokes for the last couple.
maybe. Top 10, mate. Who you thinking for
Okay,
to be within the chance?
are we going a top 10, a top five, and a winner?
Yep.
Okay. Um, Top 10. Okay, I'm gonna lean away from my stats. I'm gonna leave them for the top fiver. Ludwig Arberg for a top
Mm,
10. Again, another solid young player. We talk about the
yep.
Ryder Cup and that sort of thing. I think, correct me if I'm wrong.
He won the
Last year,
Genesis. I think
did
he won the
he?
Genesis as well.
I'm gonna try and
Could be
find.
bullshitting. He came second last year in the
Yeah,
Masters.
right. And I don't know where he'll finish in that top 10, but I think he needs to back it up from last year.
Mm.
He's playing with
Yes.
Rory and is it Akshay Bhatia in the first two rounds. Yeah, I'm going to go Ludwig. Don't.
Mate, he's my top 10, Ashley Barty. How are we doing this? We don't even know. This is ridiculous. This is
Oh,
fucking, what the fuck is going on? Where's the camera? Where's the camera?
I like it. I like it. We just
Oh
got the
my God.
wavelength happening. We got the wavelength.
We do. We do. Holy shit, yeah. See, I've gone Ashko Barty. He's another one. Like he's like a Thingale. They've been there in some of the tournaments, and then when it gets to the FedEx, they're there a little bit, and then they drop out. But I think
He's a
he can
left-hander,
hit him.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a left-hander. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I've got high hopes for him um, to make a dash. I think he might be one of the early leaders, and then try and stay there, and just can't have that third or fourth round to go with him.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Ludwig from memory last year just had like an average, just a good round that didn't he
Mm,
didn't quite. Anyway, righto. So you want to go a top fiver? I'm gonna let
top
you go
fiver,
first. I'm gonna let you go first.
top fiver, mate. I mean, I get burnt by this bloke probably every year because I put him too high.
Yeah.
Um, in my predictions. He's a live boy. Bryson DeChambeau.
NL.
You had him.
Yeah, but I'm gonna change it now. That's okay. I'll
Again,
change it.
what is going on? And
I like
honestly, guys,
I
this
like
is
Bryson at the
not
moment.
we. None of us wrote this down until we started talking. Like this is
That's bullshit.
wow.
I really like Bryson at the moment too. I would have gone Bryson, and I think he's just at the right stage where remember
He's not trying too hard. It's not a past 67 for me.
that's what
Like
it
you know what
is.
I mean. He's toned it. He's toning it down.
He's gone through
Um,
some equipment changes recently. I think,
yeah,
he's becoming a more well-rounded golfer.
yeah.
Um,
And the fans are back in. The fans
yeah.
went against him, and now they're really
Well, I'm on
back
it.
into him.
I'm back. I'm into him, right?
Mm.
Um, I remember the Open when Cam Smith won it, and from memory, Bryson was going okay there too, but he was just doing the big bomber Bryson thing, bombing it
Yeah,
down there, and his freaking short game was horrendous.
yeah,
For me as a fan watching, I was like, mate, you should be winning this. Again, those comments a few years ago, I think Augusta's probably a past 67 if you really think about it.
yeah.
The length that I hit it, he's taken a few strokes off some par fives and stuff. I don't think that's him at the moment, or at least not publicly,
Mm.
sort of whatever. He's doing his YouTube stuff. I think he's having a bit more fun about it, and he's just I like him. I like him. Um,
Yeah,
because you've said him, I'm trying to steer away from some big names because big names are easy to put in your top 10, top five, whatever. I'm
yeah. I
gonna go.
know. It's
I'm gonna go Joaquin Neiman then to sneak into that top five. And here's my
yeah,
reasoning for it because this is also I'm gonna go real left field and give you a real left field winner in a moment. A statistic that I've just seen here: 10 of the last 12 Masters winners were at a 1.7 strokes gained, tee to green or better in the 3 months leading into the Masters month. What does that mean? Realistically, it means that from tee to green, they were 1.7 strokes ahead of, or less than the rest of the average field. I'm pretty sure that's
Mm.
pretty much what it means. So they were actually having one and a half, if not more, less shots than most of the field. Only in 2008, Patrick Reed, and in 2021, Hideki Matsuyama didn't have that average leading into the Masters. So at the moment, here are some golfers who are above that 1.7 strokes gained tee to green. Tommy Fleetwood, 1.8. Shane Lowry, 1.8. Joaquin Neiman, 1.9. Scotty Scheffler, 2.2. Rory McIlroy, 2.3. And I'm going to save the number, the best golfer as far as strokes gained, who is ahead of the rest of the field, because I'm going to throw them out there as the number one.
There you go.
Okay, so those
I do like Neiman as a shout, but I just
it it
can
it
just see
mean
this
it.
as like everyone's talking about him. He's won like three lives, and then he's just going to get to a Masters. And I hope it doesn't happen.
I'm saying top
Obviously,
five for Neiman, but it
yeah,
just means that
that's
he
tough.
he's almost 2 strokes. He's almost gaining 2 strokes from tee to green as opposed to everyone
Yes,
else. It means he's hitting fairways, he's hitting greens. When you get to the Masters, you have to be accurate. You have
100%.
to be accurate. And when others aren't, you have to capitalize, and that's what he's doing at nearly 2 strokes gained.
Mm.
Anyway, I'm gonna save, just based off this statistic, I'm gonna save their number one for my number one, but I want you to go first because if you can steal this, this will
I
be
haven't
unbelievable.
stolen it. I haven't stolen it. I know that for a fact
Okay, because
because
you
you've
know that
said this,
stat because I sent it to you the other week, I think, or the other day.
that, and you've actually said my winner in one
Okay,
of your other predictions. So
okay.
that's obviously that's a good giveaway
I hope it's
of
Tommy Fleetwood. I hope it's Tommy Fleetwood.
it's not Tommy Fleetwood, mate.
Oh,
This bloke is going to go one better than he did last year, and Ludwig Aberg is your 2025 Masters champion with
okay.
a winning score
Ooh,
of -11.
11 under. Okay.
I
What do
think
you shoot? What did you shoot last year? So
good
I had
question,
that.
mate.
Had that.
Um, well, while I get that up,
No, that's all right, I got it.
11 was last year's winner. Is that a sign? Or he had -7, so we lost by 4 shots.
Okay. So
Wow,
okay.
Max Homer came third last year. Hasn't he had a fall of grace in that last year? Fuck.
Blown up from there.
Ooh.
Okay, have you got the standings there actually from last year's?
I do, mate. So I got Scotty
Because
Scheffler, Alberg, Homer, Morikawa, Fleetwood, DeChambeau, Cam
okay,
Smith.
boom baby, you've just said my man.
Cam
Colin
Smith.
Colin
Oh,
Morikawa, his strokes gained at the moment are 2.6. He is way ahead of the field.
don't like it.
He's going to go from whatever you said, third or fourth or whatever it was, fourth or
He
fifth
third.
last year. He is going all the way to the top, baby. And you know what? Colin deserves it because he's a freaking good golfer. I like him.
Yeah, look, yeah, no, look, he won the Open last year. Oh no, did he win the Open last year?
What the? No, I
Or
don't
did
think the
Shoffley
Open.
win it?
I don't think the
What
Open.
did he win? What did he win last year?
Let's have a look.
What?
2020 PGA, 2021 Open. Uh,
Um,
come
no,
fourth.
Xander won it. Xander won it.
Let's go professional
Um,
wins. He's had 7 wins. He's won most recently the Zozo Championship 23, the Open in 21.
There you go.
WGC Workday champion, the PGA champs in 2020, and the Barracuda Championship in 2019. He's lost a couple of playoffs.
Mm. Yeah, I don't like it. I
You don't
can't.
have to. You don't
I
have
know.
to, dickhead. Come third in the Masters last year, come fourth in the PGA, 14th in the Open, and 14th in the US. Or 16th in the Open, 14th in the US. Mate, he's due.
Yeah, I just I like and I
Can't
don't
believe how
like it.
excited you were about all our tips just then. And then as soon as I come out
Then
with
gets the
something
winner.
rogue,
Yeah, I know.
meh,
Mm,
meh, meh, meh. Doesn't, mate, I'm just saying. He's in form. He's
yeah.
ready to rock. He's ready to hit fairways. He's ready to hit greens. I think he's worked out. He come third last year, from 10th the year before, from fifth the year before that. Like he knows what to do around Augusta now. He's played it he's played it 5 times. Like he knows what to do.
And he's
He's
gonna
not
have
a mu-
what three top 10 finishes in that 5 years, I think,
not a
or
muppet
four.
anymore, mate. He's played it
Mm,
5 times. He's been out there. He's done the hard yards. He's trekked all over that course. He's hit it in the pine straw. He's hit it in the piss. But he knows where to hit it on the greens now, right?
mm.
He
I
just,
and what's your winning score, mate? What do you
mate, 22 under.
really
Watch him.
sick, mate? You dickhead.
Probably 11's quite a good number. Maybe 13. He could probably get to
Mm.
13.
I feel like it's always in between that eight
Oh, maybe less. Maybe 8. Maybe 7. Maybe 9.
9.
I think I don't want to go past 10. I love to see it when it's hard. I love
Yeah,
looking back at the stats
100%.
and seeing Tiger Woods won it with 4 over or something one year.
Yeah,
Like
and
that's
see,
amazing
and I think that's why the US Open is still one of the better majors out of the
because
four.
it's so hard wherever they
It's so
pick it.
hard. Like fuck, 9 times out of 10, it's like -2 is going to win it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, except for that Bryson year when he just blitzed them all.
He had
At
like 23 or something under, didn't he?
yeah,
Something stupid. Yeah,
but yeah.
I'm going Colin. I'm going Colin. I never back Colin. Ever.
Mm. I used to be, I used to be his backup,
You and Shane used
um,
to love him.
mm,
But I
so
don't I don't anyway, there you go. There you go. Colin. Colin to win.
very nice,
Somewhere between 8 and 12 under. We'll just see.
very
Just
nice.
you gotta live a little. You gotta get excited.
Yeah,
You've got to go out left field, mate.
well, yeah.
You
I'll
can't just
be, I'll be at Picton watching it. So
went
yeah,
Monday morning.
Monday morning. Yep, doing
Oh,
Masters Monday out there.
must be nice. Not working.
Uh,
Hope the boss is
I'm
not listening to
sick.
this. Hope the boss doesn't
No, you
listen.
won't listen.
I'll
No.
send it to him. I'll send it to him.
Yeah, I'll be sick. Buffet
Oh,
breakfast at 7 a.m.
you look like you're
Head
coming
over to
down with
that.
something, don't you? Yeah.
I'm actually a ham. I actually Nora's been sick the last 2 days, and I've actually got like no, like
What you
blocked
actually
nose.
feel friggin' terrible on Monday morning. Sucked
Oh
in.
no, I know.
Buffet breakfast. Sounds all right.
And then lunch after.
I'll be hoping for a semi-sleep in on Monday. Nah, but I won't. I'll
Well,
get
you
up.
can't if you want to watch the Masters.
I'll just have to get up, won't I?
You
Post
be and
post
you want
marathon.
to be up at
Post
like,
marathon. Oh,
oh, you're not going to get up.
I'm gonna need some magnesium tablets just to
Just
soothe
like
the
just
the
open it up and
swells.
just go.
Soothe them. I might watch it from a Radox bath or something. Maybe
Yeah,
that's what
jump
I
in
need. Yeah,
early morning radar. What color? There's only one color.
Radox. Radox is like a
Green.
greeny, bluey.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
yeah,
yeah, I didn't know if it was just one color or not.
yeah. Oh well. Hey, the things you do doesn't matter.
Exactly.
I got to look up. I got the boys on. I got the boys on Monday too. So I'll be. You know what? There's no time to rest. It doesn't matter. Just get up, get moving. Don't be a sook about it. What's
Holiday start Tuesday.
what's the
Sleeping
Masters?
Tuesday.
Just about. Oh, right. Okay. Well, so that's it. So what did I go? I went. I can't even remember what I said now.
Jordan Spieth to Mr. Cut.
Spieth misses. Yep.
Uh,
Thigala 20.
yeah,
Arberg 10.
10. Then you went,
Who did I
we
say
both
for me?
had
Five.
Bryson, so then you went
I went Neiman 5.
Neiman 5, and then
Colin
Colin.
1.
Write
Who's
them down, send them to me. I'll be making a post. Putting a post out tomorrow for it.
Colin? Colin's
Because you've
playing
got
with.
to,
Oh, Colin and Joaquin are playing with Min Woo. That's a nice little
there you
group.
go. Because
That
you're
see,
coming off last year, you're coming off 3 from 3 as well, mate. So you got big reps on yourself.
yeah.
Did you pick the winner? You picked the winner last year, but fuck, Scotty, it's only Scotty. Um,
Oh, sorry, mate. Jeez. Did you pick the winner? Doesn't sound
I
like it.
didn't. I think I had.
Sounds like a
I think
bloke that
I had.
didn't pick the winner. Did I
I think
put
I
that
had.
post up? Did I put that post up bragging about my picking the winner? Surely I
Yeah,
did.
we did because I got you dancing on stage.
That's right. Where is that? It's going to be here somewhere. There it is. Masters bets. Yeah, me walking on the stage. 2 from 2 at the Masters. Anyway,
Mm.
good on
Or
us.
2 from 2, were you? There you go.
Yeah, I can't remember who they were there. That's right. Righto, Masters. Let's do it. Have fun. You wore green too. I like that. You wore green for the
I
Masters
know.
episode.
I didn't think of it too much, actually.
You're supposed to say, yeah, I thought of that.
I thought
I
of
mean,
it so much. I would try to get a background, and
well, I got the Masters
you got the
background.
background. I got the clothing.
I went the traditional shitty Dragons shirt. Should we talk NRL?
Yeah. Nora goes, "You gonna wear your jersey?" I said, "No, I'm going shit."
Mate, the kids, I got this. There's this one kid at Camden. Actually, I was supposed to give a shout out if we recorded the other week. I was supposed to give a shout out to the Camden kids, the netball kids. Good on you boys. There's this one kid at Camden, bloody hell, Eel supporter. She gives it to me every week. Gives it
Oh,
to me. Gives it to me. Just every time I wear my shirt. Oh, that's disgusting. No. Anyway, we beat the Storm. I said, "Sorry, mate, but have you guys beat the Premiership favourites yet? I don't remember you guys beating the Premiership favourites. I don't think you guys have even won." I got very, very lippy, and then we obviously,
you did it wrong. You went
uh,
early.
I went hard, went early. So Monday, she sprayed me.
Well, we had sort of the same situation at our work with one bloke. Obviously, half the factory have been Shark supporters, and he's a Dragon supporter. He's
Oh
gone,
yeah,
I tip the Raiders. Yeah, good. You go, blah, blah, blah. And I walked up to him. I said, mate, you boys haven't played yet. Just don't talk. He goes, we're not going to lose. What do you think? And I went, okay. He had about 6 people lining up to see him Monday morning.
absolutely, absolutely. That's
And I
almost when
just,
you
I,
take a sick day.
and I just walk up to him. I go, fucking karma. And that's all I said and walked away. Didn't hear a word from him. He just shook his head and just went, yeah. But
We let's keep going with that. We went to Camden Show on Saturday afternoon. So we went in at about 3 o'clock when the game started. So I was sort of checking my phone and then get into Camden Show and there's not much reception because there's so many phones around and whatever. And I seen friend of the show, Shano. I got a good little spot and I checked the score. I said, "Oh mate, it's whatever it was. It was must have been 2-0 to start for them, and then we got it up to like 8, whatever, 8 all." And I'm like, "Oh, that's all right, mate. We're 8 all." He goes, "Oh yeah, fair enough." Checked it later. They were in front 14-8, 2014 or something. I said, "Oh mate, there's only a little bit to go." I said, "Clint Gutherson scored 2 tries. How's that? That's bloody red hot." I said, "I hope that the Para fans boo him off the field when they win. You know, like when the Dragons win. I hope they, 2 tries against your old club.
mm,
That's brilliant." And then I got to about 5:30, 6 o'clock, and I went, "Oh, I haven't checked the score." So I went for a little walk and
mm,
reloaded it
bang, bang.
because I was like, "Oh, I wonder what they ended up winning by." And I'm like, 23-22. You've got to be shitting me. Like, come on.
And Lomax.
And Lomax to kick the field goal. Like, mate, when have you ever kicked a field goal for us, you prick? I just went,
Yeah.
"Oh, my Lord." I went back to Shane. I said, "Oh, they lost 23-22." He goes, "What? What? I thought you said they were winning." I said they were. Anyway,
Yeah, you're winning 20 to 8.
28. That's what it was. 28, mate.
28, and then Iomi and Katega scored 2 tries in 6 minutes. They did. Then
So,
Holmes got penalty goal with 68, Lomax 75, and then 83rd
so
in
bad.
extra time or golden point.
So bad. Anyway,
Mate, did you see the video? Did you see the video of the two Dragon supporters doing the Gutherino
yeah,
to the
yeah, yeah.
bloke to
That
the
bloke
punt?
was you talk about
Oh,
the middle-aged ladies down at Canberra, mate.
yeah.
That bloke was about to
He
throw
was
a
like,
punch at those young
yeah,
fellas.
he wanted to, didn't he? I got the video saved.
Oh, you liked it.
It's just, I did like, I liked it 'cause I just went, wow. But
That's a bit of carry on from both of those sides there.
mm.
Anyway, um, mate, let's give it.
Mate,
I'm gonna give a little ladder update. Just because
I
we're
was
a
about to
few
say,
weeks
instead
in.
of going through the rounds like we missed, I think we should
Ladder
go
update.
through the top eight.
So yeah, do you want? Okay, you want the top eight? Top eight.
Just a
The
quick, just like a
doggies.
quick.
Doggies are 5 from 5, which is
They don't deserve to be.
unbelievable.
They're not. Yeah,
Yeah, they
I
do,
know.
mate. It's all right. Doggies 5 from 5 on 10 points. Broncos 4 from 5. The Storm 3 from 4. Obviously, having been beat by the Dragons, I'm still going to just chuck that in so people remember. The Warriors 3 from 4. The Rabbitohs 4 from 5. All right.
Mm,
Yep. Seagulls 3 from 5. Raiders 3 from 5. Titans 2 from 4. That rounds out the top eight. The Knights and Sharks are both on 2 wins as well. It's just points differential there, kicking them out of the eight. And then as we get down to 11 through to 17, we go Tigers with 2 wins, Dragons 1 win, Cowboys 2, Dolphins 1, Panthers 1
Panthers
win.
massive.
Panthers 1 from 5,
Mate,
sitting on
you're
two
one and
points.
two, but 15 and 16.
I know. I'm well aware of that shit. The Roosters again 1 win, and the Eels, having beaten the Dragons on 1 win, are coming 17th. It's a very all up and down 1 to 17 there. It's a real
Oh, massive.
you honestly could not have picked any of those positions. Well, maybe the
Not
Seagulls.
after 5 rounds or yeah,
If
5 rounds.
this was the end of the year, I think who is in it? Seagulls, Tigers,
He's
Dragons, Dolphins, Eels. Like, there's only about 4 teams that are actually in a spot that you would think that they would stay in.
I think four of the teams stay in that top eight. Oh, actually, five,
I'm going to say, well, now I'm going to say one, two, three. Yeah, probably four.
4 to 5.
Maybe the bunnies to make five. I don't know.
No,
Yeah,
no.
but
So
yeah,
I'd go Dogs, Brisbane, Melbourne, Manly.
yeah,
Then I have to stick with my gut for my ladder predictions and go Titans.
yeah. Maybe I don't know.
But they're too hot and
I don't.
cold. Like fuck, they smack the Roosters and then they get smacked. So I just
You can't at the moment. It's actually I actually don't mind it. You can't really pick a winner. It's creating.
it's good.
Yeah, it's good because you kind of half expect your team might win, but then they sort of struggle, or but then they all of a sudden they might go well, and yeah, it's good. Anyway,
Mm.
let's look to this week, mate. You take it away. Give us a couple of the early games.
Mate, oh, why hasn't it done this?
I'll go. I'll go a couple
No,
of
no,
early
I
games.
got it, got it, got it. No,
Go.
Dolphins Penrith at Suncorp Stadium Thursday night. Nathan Cleary returned last week.
Dylan
I think
Edwards is back.
Penrith, Dylan Edwards is back. Blaze Tongue gets his go at 5'8" this week. And I just think they're going to be too strong, and the Dolphins haven't looked too good. Um, even though they picked up their first win last week. But yeah, I just don't know. I think Penrith get the job done and quite easily.
Penrith haven't necessarily been too far out of it either. They've been pretty tight games. They
Yeah,
just haven't cemented it. I think the Talangi Cleary experiment is probably the right time to actually do it now.
I think so.
Start that combination let's get on a roll type thing. Yeah, I'm going to go Panthers.
Easy. Mate, then the first game of Friday is your Dragons versus Gold Coast Titans down at Wynn Stadium. Um, could be a cold, windy game down there now with no daylight savings.
Mm,
Um, I think your Dragons get the job done. I will be. Oh, I'm probably going to captain Gutho. I had the vice captain on him last week and didn't
mate,
lose.
I
Fuck
think
that.
I'll captain him too. I've only just brought him into the team.
Brought him in last week.
I had him on the bench because I had AJ. Yeah. No,
You didn't even have him in your flex.
I've got drink water as my fullback, and then I had him on
Mm.
the bench, um, as a reserve. Sorry, with the purple
Oh,
one on him.
okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
I've
way you
got it.
said it, you had it
No,
bench and
sorry. I've got a Yongi on my flex. Anyway, um, yeah. Look, they have to win. They have to bounce back.
it's going to be an interesting game because both teams need to bounce back. Obviously, like with probably Dragons being just they're both being disappointing last week. Obviously, Titans getting smacked, but I think yeah, down Wollongong, Gutherino will send them away.
Yeah. The Ilias Flanagan sort of combination up against Brimson and Campbell
It's wearing thin, I think.
worries me a little bit. Um, they've got this young bloke, Lycan Kintogia, who apparently is going quite good in reserve grade. There's the other reserve grade half who's apparently going quite good, and lots of fans are calling for, maybe either or Ilias or Flanagan to be punted and to start with some young blokes. But I
You
don't
can't
see it.
go two. You got to go
I don't,
one if you're
Flano's
going
not
to
going
do
to do it
something.
at the moment. I don't think Shane wants to
No.
do it. And I actually back that. I just sort of go, just leave him there. Like, we already know that it's going to have to change with Atkinson coming in next year. Just leave it. Don't fuck with it too much, I don't think. So
Yeah,
yeah,
agree.
Gutho, I'm with you. I'm probably going to vice captain him.
You know, bias. You're not going to go straight C.
No, I don't like doing a captain before Saturday.
Fair enough.
That's all. Although usually my captain has been Pat Carrigan the last couple of weeks for the
Mm.
Broncos too. So, but they're playing early too. So yeah,
Well, you
I don't know what.
can't captain him. Or Saturday.
No,
Mate, moving
absolutely.
on.
That's my rule, and I'll stick by it. So shut up.
Moving on to the second game of Friday, Brisbane Broncos versus Sydney Roosters. Um, Brisbane Broncos 13 plus. I don't think it's too much to talk about.
Sydney
Chad
Roosters are
Townsend
not.
got dropped. He could
Yeah,
probably get his
for
contract ripped up. Actually,
Hugo
I can't say that
Savala.
because I wouldn't mind getting him on. I wouldn't mind. Yeah.
What?
Unlucky Chatty. Keep your head up, mate. Don't worry. I'll
You
talk to you
want to get
after.
him on the pod?
Yeah. I just
Mate,
um
you really, I can't back him out too much, right? Adam Reynolds, it'd be interesting to see how much game time he gets through. Um, Look, the Roosters aren't going that bad, but they just can't quite stick it,
they're
can
just
they?
in and out of games, aren't they?
Yeah, they just don't find that consistency. And I've eaten my words. I'll definitely say I was wrong about the Roosters. Unless they pull something out of their ass this year, I was certainly wrong about the Roosters. They just haven't
Definitely.
been able to convert anything. So. Anyway, I think
Um,
they're certainly missing Sam Walker.
yeah, 100%. Then first game is Super Saturday, mate. My Cronulla Sharks versus the Manly Seagulls over in Optus Stadium in Perth, WA. I think it's going to be a bludger of a game, but I think my Sharks get the job done.
I'm gonna go the Sea Eagles.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I
I
don't.
just I don't have the confidence in Nico
Well,
Hines at the
and then
moment.
you took the words out of my mouth. I said, like, mate, I can't say anything that can switch your mind because I'm
Man,
not
I'm
confident.
honest. Looking at this side I'm gonna say on paper on my phone, Kennedy Hopewadi. Sure, go Kennedy. Stone Street Saab. Ramian Cooler, even. Hiroti Garrick. Mulatalo Faolalo. Sure, Mulatalo. Trindle and Hines v Brooks and Cherry Evans. I'm going Brooks and Cherry Evans. Fanua Blake, I'll take him over Aloiai. Brayley Tavanga, take Tavanga. Kafusi
Take the
Takiaho.
Vanga. You
I,
kidding?
I like Jazz. Going Takiaho. Nakora Olakawatu. Olakawatu. Wilton Trebojevic. Maybe Wilton. McInnes Trebojevic.
See, I hate
Trebojevic.
that. See, I would go Olakawatu and Nakora. I hate that they're both from the same level because yeah, I hate that.
But
I can understand
I'm
why.
just reading through the
No,
numbers.
I know.
Look, it's relatively even there, but I think Brooks and Cherry are going better than Trindle Hines at the moment.
100%. I can't disagree with that. I don't
Mm.
disagree with that. Um,
Oh, I'm not even. I mean, I'm not bagging them either. I just it's upset. I actually like the Sharks, mate. It's upsetting for me to have to go against them.
I fucking support them.
Nah. Oh, mate, it's hard enough being a bloody red and white supporter. So, jamming, I'm not supporting your fucking team. Right,
so,
next one,
so yeah, and
Bunnies
then
Cows.
so yeah, double header, mate. This is at Optus Stadium as well.
Oh, a double header.
Bunnies versus Cowboys. Bunnies just because of Latrell.
Latrell in the six is an interesting little.
Mate, they're running out of people, aren't they?
He's come back. Like
Played
who?
center last week.
When did Jaden Sullivan ever think that he'd be playing in the halves with
Geez, he
Latrell
looked all right
Mitchell?
last week
I
when he came
know,
on.
mate. I have sung his praises multiple times before. Now I'm fully off him because he just turned to shit. But he when he come on, he played brilliantly.
Mm,
Jai Gray,
yeah,
shout out to our young listener and follower that just pumps up Jai Gray, Daniel. Jai Gray looked fantastic last week.
he
He was
did.
on
He's done
fire.
good to keep his spot for them to move the troll around.
And obviously they could afford to move Latrell around. There was,
Yeah,
there's some space and whatnot, and they kind of have to this week. Like they got Ewan Aiken playing in the three this week. Ewan
yeah,
Aiken hasn't played centre
coming
since
back
he was
from
a
injury.
Dragon.
Mm,
Um, the Cowboys don't look too bad, but it's just, yeah, I think Latrell might have a field day.
I think so as well. I want to bring him in Supercoach, but I just can't.
I don't know if he'll be a super coach scorer, but I can really see him standing up. I can see him running that ball in the six and yeah, maybe popping a couple of people through a hole. But geez, he's a big strong six, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't want to be running that in.
No way. No way.
Um, Mate, then the third game of the Super Saturday, Parramatta Eels versus Canberra Raiders at TIO Stadium up in Darwin. I'm pretty
Yep.
sure. I'm pretty sure they said Northern Territory.
Yep. The Eels like going to that one.
Yeah, yeah. Canberra
Canberra.
have a lot of pommies, and I don't think they'll like it. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna back Parramatta. The no Lomax, actually Raiders. Raiders.
Lomax is
Yeah,
named.
yeah. He fractured his foot, mate. 6 weeks.
Sucked in. He
Well, he's not
fractured his
out for
foot
Origin now.
kicking that field goal, did he?
Yeah, I'd do that. Sink your rivals, the old club.
Oh, it's very unfortunate for you, Zach. I still like
Yeah,
Zach. I still follow him on the Instagrams. No, I'm going Canberra.
yeah, Cameron for me as well. Mate, first game of the Sunday, Melbourne Storm versus Warriors. Melbourne Storm.
Oh, the
Don't
two
think there's
o'clock
too much
game.
to add. Demolition last week against Manly. Pappenhausen, Hughes, Munster, Grant. Got the combination clicking.
Munster, very good for my Supercoach team. Scored a decent score there. He'll go well
Try
this week too.
assist, try.
Maybe, maybe a little. Maybe that could be the
Is that the
captaincy.
C?
Eli
Is that the
Katoa.
C?
Maybe Eli Katoa to score like four
No,
tries. When he's on, he goes
yeah, I
big.
know. Against his old club. Oof. I don't have him, so
Oh, club, Eli Katoa, is it?
yeah, from the Warriors, yeah. Warriors
Oh,
didn't want him.
jeez, that's
They said you're going to be a nobody, and then he went to Warriors, did the hard yards that 1 year for the Storm, and then last year went gangbusters, and then
just about one Dally M last year.
yeah, I think he got second row, didn't he?
I
He
think
got
so.
like
I think he got second row of the year. But I mean, like the
hmm.
actual Dally M, like he was up there for the whole time.
Yeah, because yeah, it's pretty good.
Nice one,
Um,
Warriors. That's a
and
good pickup,
then
Warriors.
yeah, last game of the round, probably more bludger of a game.
Yeah.
Newcastle Knights versus West Tigers. I swear these guys versed each other a couple of weeks ago.
Have they already played?
They played at Campbelltown, didn't they?
That's shit. I hate that. I don't. You got to do something better with the draw there. You
Yeah,
can't have teams playing.
round one, 10-8 at Campbelltown.
Why are we
When the
playing them
Tigers were
again?
winning 8-0. 8-0 at halftime, they threw it
That's
away.
right. Yes. That's you can't play each other
Yeah.
two times in 5 rounds.
Mate, we played Manly 2 and 3 weeks.
That's just dumb.
So we play them this week, right?
There's got to be
And
better
then,
scheduling than that. There's got
oh
to be
no,
better scheduling than that.
sorry, it's round 10. We go
Even
6 and
still
10.
say
Still
four
2 and
weeks,
4. Yeah,
4 or 5 weeks.
yeah,
It's just I don't want to see that same team, especially if I lost to that team. I don't want to see him again for 5 weeks. I want
yeah,
to see him in
100%.
10 weeks. I'm going to go the
100%.
Knights there. Callum Ponga to carve up. No, don't agree.
Otherwise, back to Tigers, Buller. I'm going to go. Stay up, and I hate the Tigers. I'll go Tigers.
I'm a half a chance of changing the Tigers, but I like that. I like that.
Um, I just can't trust Knights. They just don't look. Their attack is just nothing.
Yeah, but what's the Dragons attack like? I mean, the Tigers attack like. The Dragons attack shit too. Um,
Yeah, Skeleton's back. Luai's back.
Luai, I punted him from my Supercoach team. Prick.
Yeah, he's useless.
I
I
got
had him in
Jamie.
draft.
I got Jamie Humphries. I got to deal with
Oh,
too. Will Warbrick brought him in 3 weeks ago. He's done nothing for me, in and
he got
out.
dropped, didn't he?
I think so, and I forgot to take him out of my team.
Hmm.
Just assumed he'd be there. Connor Watson didn't play the other week because of the head knock.
Hey,
Left him.
yeah, HIA,
Let
yeah.
left him in my team. Perfect. That was good.
You got to look at these things, mate.
Yeah,
I'm glad
thank
you're not
you.
an NRL coach. You get sacked after 2 games.
Well, I think I'd pay a little bit more attention if I was an NRL coach, not just a super coach. I think I'd be
Where's your
relatively on the
audition,
ball.
mate?
If I was there
Got
every day, sort of in and around the boys, I'd have a decent idea of who was fit.
imagine you getting up in the box. Watson, what are you fucking sitting in there for, mate? You're meant to be on the field.
Like, boys, how come he's not warming up? Mate, he's done his ACL. I named him on the
Shit.
team sheet this week. Hang on. Who can we get in? When is the reserve grades playing? Are they playing this week?
How much money do I have? How
'Cause I
much-
need. Have we secured our top 30? Can I sneak someone in? Can I get one of the young fellas in? Train and trial, train and trial.
Yeah.
Let's get a train and trial contract now. No, I'll have a look. Maybe I'll have a look after this. I just
Mm.
no, anyway. I've got too many of the same team. I've only got about 4 or 5 teams in my thing, which will hurt me in the buy round. But they're all the players that are going half right. I got a couple of cows, a couple of dragons, a couple of stormies, a couple of broncs. I got to get rid of Gozuski. Hurry up, he was a dud buy.
Yeah. I had him in preseason and then got rid of him in before round one.
I think I brought him in after round one, and he went all
Oh,
right.
yeah, he got the
He's upped
try.
his money. But he only scored 20 last week. Prick.
Can't from Newcastle get him this week.
Yeah, I was thinking him or Dylan Egan, but then I've got too many dragons.
Can't will make more
Keen will go
money.
up. He'll go up about 200k. I could probably
Yeah.
do just about a straight swap too. Kazuski's 300, Kant's probably 280 or 250 or
I think
300.
he's, yeah, 279, I think 280 or
Anyway.
so.
Um, anything else on the footy this week, mate? No.
Nah, not much.
I'm gonna watch the golf. That's gonna be my thing. I'd actually really like to go down to Wollongong to watch the game on Friday, but it doesn't really fit in the schedule, unfortunately. No, that's okay. You're going to go over to Perth to watch the Sharks?
Absolutely not. I actually, yeah, I got to sleep. Yeah, that's the one thing after. That's right.
Oh, okay. Okay. Righto. Well, mate, I'm going to keep prepping for my marathon. Got another run tomorrow night, and then head down to Canberra Saturday. Maybe a little jog when we get down there, just to keep the legs, turning over.
You staying down there
Yeah, on Saturday night.
Saturday night? Yeah. Okay.
We were gonna stay Sunday, but Leah's got to go to work the next day, so she can drive me home. I'll have a couple of
Mm.
drinks and she can drive us home. And
What time do you start?
about 6:30 in the morning.
Oof. How
So
long is it going to take you?
I'm hoping if
Yeah.
I
What's your time?
if I run my heart out, I reckon I can do 3 hours 30,
What? How many kilometers? Sorry.
42. So I'm going to try and do somewhere
Is that like
around.
6.5 or something?
I'm going to try and do about 5 minutes per kilometer.
5 minutes.
Maybe realistically, probably just over that. Um, yeah, I did. I did 32 Ks the other week, and I did each K an average of about 5 minutes 30, and I felt pretty good after that. I know that I can run about 25 or 26 Ks faster than that pace. So I'm hoping a bit of adrenaline gets me moving.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
gonna be
yeah.
it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard.
Yeah. 100%.
But there's no it's look, we're ticking boxes this weekend. We're getting it done. We're just ticking and saying I've done it. That's the goal.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be the benchmark then.
And then next year's the topper.
Well, I don't know if I'll be going next year yet, but sure. Another time will
Another
be the
time.
time to beat.
Got
Uh,
to get through this year to go next year.
Mate, it takes so long. We've done a
It
pretty
would.
honest, we've done a pretty honest prep. 3, nearly 4 months of prepping. Yeah, four, yeah, three, yeah, of preparation. Like, like I said, running 4 times a week. You're
Mm,
putting in some of these long runs have taken like 2.5, nearly 3 hours of running.
100%.
It's a freaking, it's fine, but it's a freaking big effort. So I don't know. I'm not booking in the next one yet. I'll wait. Yeah. Anyway, I'll let you know how I go next week. And go Colin on Monday morning. I want to be whipping Colin home Monday morning.
Go over.
Go up. Yeah, for a top 10.
Mm.
Righto, Battlers. Good to be back.
See you next week.
See ya.